Many thanks for joining us this time. Now, details of the news. Nigeria and the People's Republic of China have signed a series of bilateral agreements to boost developmental and economic activities between the countries. At a brief ceremony held in Beijing, China on Tuesday, both President Tinubu and his Chinese counterparts expressed optimism that the agreements will foster collaboration that will improve businesses in trade, construction, communication and other sectors of their economies. Correspondent in Abuja, Ken Abuja, sent this report.
President Tinubu's official visit precedes his participation in the 2024 summit of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, which is scheduled to hold from September 4th to 6th, 2024. Addressing the gathering of Nigerian and Chinese officials, President Tinubu announced the elevation of Nigeria-China ties to that of a comprehensive strategic partnership. The president said relations between China and Nigeria have indeed lasted for over half a century and should be further strengthened to advance the trade and economic development programs. The leaders also agreed to build a high-level Nigeria-China community with a shared future. On economic reforms in Nigeria, President Tinubu told his Chinese counterpart that his administration remains committed to sustainable growth through the effective implementation of ongoing economic reforms, while in his remarks, President Xi noted a strong mutual understanding between Nigeria and China since the establishment of diplomatic ties over the past 50 years. On the 2024 Focus Summit, the Chinese leader said the summit provides an opportunity to reflect on mutual friendships and advance the consolidation of China-Africa relations. He pledged that China and Nigeria would continue to work closely within the FOCAC framework as a model of cooperation between nations.
For Nigeria and the rest of Africa, as the chairman of ECOWAS, I thank you for the high level honor done to us. And we need to anchor this. I agree with you that China-Nigerian relations that is over half a century should further strengthen our trade and economic development program. Nigeria has a very great potential as largest population in Africa and is the biggest economy. A very young population to drive the economic development and programs.
Ministers who signed the MOUs on behalf of Nigeria described them as important to the Nigerian economy, which is undergoing reforms due to the policies and plans of the current administration.
Thank you. Well, I think today is a very important day in the history of Nigeria, where the Chinese president received Mr. President for an official visit. President Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was welcomed with the highest level of respect to China, and in addition to statements of joint mutual interest and commitments to development, security, and undertaking to work together for the betterment of Nigeria, Africa, and to partake in global development.
The challenge that we're having now is on the Chinese side, because they have this FOCAC, they have invited the whole of Africa. They're having challenges to conclude preparation on their side. But what we have ready to go, 15 agreements. And don't forget that there are two other important documents. There's one which is a communique that is to be released. I don't know whether they've released it. I would have wanted to wait until the Chinese side releases it before we speak to it, which is essentially a summary of the discussions between the two leaders.
During the meeting, both presidents witnessed the signing of several memoranda of understanding (MOUs) on various areas of mutual interest, including the cooperation plan between Nigeria and China on jointly promoting the Belt and Road Initiative, Memorandum of Understanding on Cooperation in the Peaceful Application of Nuclear Energy, Memorandum of Understanding on Strengthening Cooperation on Human Resource Development under the Global Development Initiative, Memorandum of Understanding on Media Exchange and Cooperation, amongst others.